This video took me an incredible amount of time to record and edit, so if you genuinely enjoy this video, please let me know in the comment section, and feel free to hit that sub button. It helps a lot. How's it going, dudes? Welcome back to the Bored to Entertain channel. Today, we are building the biggest farm ever made in Core Keeper. That is right, you heard me correctly, and yes, I did this like, what, two and a half months ago, so... There is a live video of all of this happening, other than the last portion of... I'm so upset because I lost like the last 12 to 15 hours of me finishing the final parts of the farm. And I'm gonna go through like everything that happened in that portion. I'll try to recreate some of what happened, and I'll go over where I explored on the map. But yeah, we're gonna go day by day on what happened each of those days. It took me 4 days, and we had to make a 101, so like 101 by 101. We had to plant about like 10,000 seeds, maybe more, maybe less. I don't know for sure, because there's some blocks that I didn't have be the seed blocks for reasons, because I need like water and torches and all that and whatever. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So right off the bat, I thought it was going to take about 6 to 7 hours to do this massive task, but oh boy, was I wrong. Hopefully it's not like a fucking 7-hour stream or some shit like that. I mean, 6 hours is whatever, but more than that, it's just like, holy fuck. Oh, you stupid little dummy, man. When does anything turn out the way you plan? That's a trick question. It's literally never. So at the end of the last episode, you guys probably remember that I ended up defeating the rest of the bosses with Cup, and we ended up activating the egg thing or whatever. So that allows us to go to the newest biome. After that, I ended up finding out how to get into that area and all that. So at the beginning of our journey, I decided to go check that out. I wanted to go see what was in store for the biome. And this biome is actually key to finding all the seeds, but I'll get more in depth with that later. In this area, there is a new boss, which we're not going to be touching at all in this video. Eventually, we'll get into that, which you guys will see very soon. But there's also different new monster guys that try to kill you, and it's very scary. And this area is infinitely big, so you can explore as far as you want, which in the end of this video, you'll see we explored so much more than what we've already explored. So yeah, stay tuned for that. With this huge task at hand, I felt like I needed some help. Hello, Cup Man.
What is up?
So I decided to get Cup, and there was also a guy that is by the name of Karmic, who decided to join us on this, which I'm very thankful. I'm very glad that we had extra help, especially with the knowledge that this man had on how to do things quickly was fucking immaculate. Oh, he gave me a fuck ton of bombs. Okay. And he gave me a fuck ton of food, dude. I had them help me out on day 1. They do come back later on, but day 1 specifically, they went absolutely insane. Us 3 decided to put the giant farm a little bit to the left of the base, as you can see right here. This whole area is where all of the farm is going to be. The reason we want to put it here is because it's all made out of dirt, and the easiest block to destroy in the game is dirt. So we decided to take our grubzookas to blast through the dirt. With this design, we're going to be putting blocks down for every 10 pieces of blocks, or whatever you want to call it, to place down torches so there's light throughout the entire area. And this, as you guys heard in the beginning of the video, is going to be 101 by 101. I'm trying to think, if you started on every, like, so 1 to 100, if you had a torch on 1 and then 10 and then 20 and so on, wouldn't that first torch be uneven since it's on 1 instead of 0? We're also going to be doing 2 giant squares of water. So whenever we're planting all of the plants, we have an easy access of water right nearby. And for replenishing the plants later on, whenever the build is done, we're able to just quick grab the water from the middle of the area and then do our thing. Digging out all of the dirt from this giant area took us about 3.5 hours, And the reason it took so long, I mean, first of all, it's a giant plot of land. It's gonna take a fucking minute, all right? But the top corner and like a bit of the left side, there is stone, and it's pretty much all like stone on the left side. And there was also some areas where there were like giant pits and water that we had to fill up. Also, in the back left corner, we decided to put only stone, specifically for the carrot seeds, which is a carrot, but it's also a rock. So think the rock monster from the Neverending Story.
Delicious looking limestone.
So yeah, 3 hours of time to make this beautiful garden, which has literally no plants in it. So the next step is to get some motherfucking plants. What's up, dudes? Welcome back to another episode of Core Keeper. Last time we ended up, first of all, building the entire farm, like the scale of it, and then we ended up getting a bunch of peppers on there. That's looking. What are you doing, slime? You know what? I'm gonna spare you. We got a bunch of rows of these. I have like a tiny bit of seeds right now, and today we are going to attempt to completely finish the rest of this. I really thought I could finish this in 2 days. Even though everything was going as planned and up to speed, I didn't know the worst was coming. Oh shit! Oh, no, that's not good. That is not good.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Ultimately, the plan was to get as far as possible on this farm, which we did pretty successfully. So I thought we could do a little bit extra this stream. We decided to make a sword room, which is completely like, it's pretty much useless to the farm. It has nothing to really do with the farm, but we made a room that looks pretty sick to hold the pieces to the awesome sword that you can get. And then on top of that, I thought it would be a great idea to make a slime farm just to get a few extra seeds here and there. For the people that don't know, slimes also have a chance at dropping both the bomb pepper seeds and the heartberry seeds. So it's easier to get those when you also have slimes added into the mix and whatnot. We built this giant slime farm with a bunch of slime blocks to spawn in the slimes first of all, and then also a bunch of conveyor belts to lead to their demise. A single spike trap at the end of the trail. We ended up using it for a few different days, but eventually I do end up getting rid of it because, spoiler alert, slimes don't get you that many seeds, especially when they're not spawning very often. With the slime farm, I got to figure out how all the conveyors work and all that. And with Karmic, the absolute fucking core keeper god, he decided to help out with some drill work. We haven't done anything with the drills at all yet, so okay, so yeah, if you are trying to make a drill thing at home, what you can do is have yourself a drill. Definitely don't forget your wires because you're gonna need some wires, all right? Don't be like me. You gotta have a generator, and anytime a little ore pops out, as you'll see in a few seconds probably, it'll pop out the back of this drill. It'll go down the conveyor, and you need it to be right in front of this this giant crane thing. And whichever way the crane is angled, you're going to want to have a kiln right behind it because the crane will go 180 mode and throw whatever it has in its hand into the kiln. These wires can go in every single direction, as you see right here, or well, you can just see right on the, I don't need to place it down. It has 4 different directions, and same with each of these power items and shit, like the generator, the drill, and the crane. They all go into 4 different directions. Oh, here you go. You can see how this shit works now. This grabs that, puts it in the kiln, automatically starts firing that bad boy up, okay? After all the drill stuff, I decided for the rest of the stream to hunt for seeds specifically. And the way I did that was going around and trying to find these yellow flowers, which half the time doesn't drop anything. And this is the most efficient way to get seeds. So unfortunately, I had to do that for about like 4 hours, and then I realized that I wasn't going to be able to finish this in only 2 days. Last but not least, we finally get back into the farm, and we decided to make a cool little layout for it. And I was like, you know, these torches that we put around the entire farm, pretty fucking good for light, but I think flowers would probably be better because we need to grow them anyways. Might as well put a bunch of flowers in the middle of some of the areas, you know what I mean? This is how much we got done. As you can see, we got quite a bit, but not as much as I thought I was gonna get, knowing that I thought I was going to complete the rest of this at the end. So looks like we're going for another day. Woo! At this point, I knew it was time to stop playing around. This time, I came prepared. I knew what had to be done. For the entire duration of the stream, all I did was look for seeds and plant them. Two places that I ran into a lot while I was exploring this underground jungle were the mold biomes and the unbreakable walls. The mold biomes being the scariest and most difficult places to put yourself in. I took one look at this place and I was like, oh hell no. These small biomes consist of creatures that'll eat your face off and tentacle monsters that look straight out of an ecchi anime that'll throw mud at you. So I'll let you decide whether or not a chest is worth. And the unbreakable walls are simply a barrier that surrounds special monuments you need to find the entrance of. And for anyone that's wondering, this is how far we got in the Azos biome. I am never doing this ever again. Maybe. It took me roughly 45 minutes to plant the entire 2,000 seeds that we got from this stream alone. I just want you guys to think about that for a second. There were literally so many plants that the game didn't know how to render them correctly. Unfortunately for this portion of the video, I lost about 16 hours of seed gathering footage. This was the last stream I did before deciding to take a huge break from anything content creation related. And that included remembering to download my Twitch VODs. For this day, I spent 12 hours looking for seeds before taking a quick break and starting right back up for another 4-hour stream. I ran into the occasional farm sites and monuments like usual, speeding up the process a tiny bit and giving me some epic loot on our journey, but that was yet to be the hardest part of our exploration. One thing that was different in this day was the collection of Karok seeds. I'm 90% sure that I cleared out every single Karok plant in this particular world, but that wasn't enough for the amount that I needed. So I went to a brand new, untouched world, and 2-ish hours later, I came back with what I needed. The last thing that needed to be done was the planting. I had so many seeds at this point, I already knew that planting would be a huge time constraint. So at the very last second, one of my viewers decided to come and help. Mango is a core keeper player that already had a max level on their planting, allowing them to unlock gold plants. So I was all in on letting them help, and the rest was history. It took over an hour to officially finish the farm, and with the help of Mango, it now has a fabulous gold tint to it. Will I ever grind this hard to build the biggest farm ever made in a video game ever again? Probably not. Will I ever spend a crazy amount of hours to break a pointless record in a video game again? Most definitely. So if y'all want to see me do any other crazy shit in this game, be sure to comment down below what you want to see next. And I thank all of you guys for joining this insanely long, time-consuming fucking video. And I would greatly appreciate it. Y'all decided to support me. Maybe sub, maybe like, maybe go check out the Twitch and the Discord. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Check out all the charity links down below along with the social links. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Be sure to stay frosty.